And we're back. So, we unfortunately, the last video had to end abruptly because I had a contractor come round to the house to sort some things out, and it basically takes a lot of work to sort of talk to them, get everything sorted, and then uh, also just didn't want to leave the stream running while they were doing that, and also I didn't want to sit here ignoring them and while they were working and stuff. So that's all done with now. Here you find
Apologies,
Blythe.
I've tried all the... Perhaps it's time to recall that. Let's give him a I jest. Besides...
He jokes that he wants to kill Salubus.
If either of us learns anything, leave this place to me. If either of us learns... And if we reach a dead end, Salubus rarely give... Leave this place to me. If either of us learns anything... And if we reach a dead end, Salubus rarely gives a straight answer.
Salubus rarely gives a straight answer. This guy is no. Damn. Damn. Oh, what? I don't get it when you jump on the horse and you can't, like, change direction for, like, 2 seconds straight. Now I'm gonna have to go back, get my runes, and then go get that bow that I was just looking at them. I think there's a bow down here anyway. So what I've done is I've lit one of the candles there because it was essentially right in front of me. It's not a remembrance boss, but the one up the road is. However, they're pretty much. I don't understand why there is two of those bosses because they are pretty much the same thing. One of them is just a bit beefier with a bit of a different moveset. I say a bit. It's rarely that different. I think one of them heals, one doesn't. But if you want to kill an extra boss, that's that. So yeah, I know there's a bow here, which is why I just came down here, which is what I was trying to do as I got rudely knocked off. It's essentially the bow these guys use, I think. These might be the worst, like, absolute worst enemies in the game. They just don't leave you alone. Through there's a couple of cool things. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there is items up here that you evidently that goes through. Okay, say evidently need. Is there items up here that you need? Oh, I just saw my runes flash before my eyes then. Yeah, there's some. It's a stone sword kit. Once again, proving my theory that they are 10 a penny in this game. I think there is, like... Ooh. Ooh. What have I done here? Have I made it so I can't get back? Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's enough stone sword keys for you to do, like, every wall in the game. Or open every wall that you may need to open, but I believe there is enough so that, for instance, if you have a build in mind, okay, that's how you get this thing. If you have a build in mind, that you can essentially quite easily get everything for that build that you may need. There's something up here, isn't there? Oh, you'd think, wouldn't you? But it's not. Okay, so that's the Sophia River. We're going to go back to Salubus now. I'm hoping that has reset his dialogue so that he will talk to you about the puppets. I believe throughout the game, where are the Starlight Shards normally kept? I believe I've picked up Starlight Shards. Or enough of them. Yeah, 2. So, throughout the game, you will find these like little altars. They're normally on cliffside. So, the first one we got, I think was in. I can't remember where it was, to be fair. And then the second one was by the big stone gravity beast thing that I couldn't kill, was embarrassing me too much. So I always try to get 2 before I come to Silubus. Okay, so there we go. It's reset. I don't think Nocron was the reason why it reset. I think you just have to load in and load back out.
Why don't you? If you can, the soul of every and once each is. Oh yes.
Then you say about Nocron.
Well, the task was left to you not to only. Well, there's no helping it. Now's as good a time as any. I'll let you in on it. There's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selin in Limgrave. She owes me for the help I gave her when she was expelled from the... I asked her to look into the matter. I'll write you a letter of introduction. Go ask her.
Okay.
You're proving to be quite... I've not had an apprentice for...
Okay, that's what you need to do, sorry. You need to obtain a puppet and then ask him about the scheme.
Scheme of mine. It will produce the finest of puppets, which I aspire to cherish with these very hands. A ploy to fool even Lady Rani. How does that sound? I knew I had you pegged. You're just like me. Then I'd like you to procure something. A rather unique stuff with that, and even a demigod. Procure it the rather unique with that, my spell, and even a
Okay, that's...
Procure it for me.
That's it. That's everything you need to do with Siluvus. So, I'm assuming now that the Nepheli questline is done. It's not. Maybe I need to talk to her again. I'm curious as if to think, like, if I've either not, like, done something with Kenneth, or I need to go defeat, like, a boss to ensure that he then takes control.
In this ash, it reminds me of my first talk. In this ash, it reminds me of...
So that's it with Nepheli Lou. Frederica isn't... Is she giving us any dialogue?
Greetings. Are you here for spit?
Something you should know. Spoke about that.
You've no matter to lay out your own. I spoke with the girl. She has a gift, so I told her if I'm indebted. It was all I could. I'm sorry I don't. I see you've nothing special. I'm trapped, that's all.
Oh.
No, well, no grudge at my being a prisoner. Besides, despite my sides, you know.
So he's happy he's a prisoner.
Greetings. Are you here for spit?
She's sound now. I wonder if Godric... not Godric. Gideon has anything for us.
Journey to the Two Fingers Wilderness. You may be out.
What I'm gonna do before I attempt the quest again is I'm gonna go to the Ball Prawn Shack. Our friend has left, and I'm going to go. What is it to level up now? 21k. Okay. gonna go start Loretta's quest. Don't need to, but it is a good quest to do. So far we're needing to procure the Starlight Shard for Salubus, which is fairly easy. You literally just go pick it up at Atlas, and then from there you bring it back to him and you're all good. I'm wondering if it's something to do with him being alive and his quest is killing my progression. Essentially here, there's a talisman in one of the rooms, which is the spear talisman. I've never used those leaves. I don't really care to fight these guys. I care to get this rock. Probably should fight these guys. Jesus. Okay, so that was just a quick run through there. Do you know what? I must have just spammed R1 there because I did not do those last two inputs. I've never received this dagger before. Bloodlust dagger. That's pretty cool. That might be quite cool on a bandit. I do have a like a Dex Arcane build, which is bandit class with claws. The reason I've gone with claws and whips. The stats give you just enough faith and arcane to basically make it so that the bandit is the best for that class, and you can cast Blood Flame Blade, and I also use the Scarlet Rot like thrusting sword, which is really cool for bosses that you know you want to get that early damage off, that damage over time. Was there something there that was useful? Okay, gold ring. That's like 1,600 runes per use. Here is a bit of a nightmare. So this gives me PTSD of the grafted scion in Lusat's Cave. However, there's no grafted scion, there is just a bloodhound knight. Jesus. Fighting with a strength build is not too difficult. I think the main thing about it is that the real, like, the sheer lack of utility you have. Okay, she's there.
Felt I told you that I or have you was my other. Oh, so old. Then I've no. Let's try. My apology. I hope that Would you consider I must go back? There is something I must do. Will you show me the way? If you accept of the whereabouts of the medallions, thank you kind. They say the other castles. Then I suppose farewell. I will go with the forgive me.
She leaves her wolf. You have to wait for that because the last time I did this, I ran over here
When needed, and I will fight at your side.
and I jumped on the grace and it bugged out the quest, which I don't know if that's been patched yet, but it was really annoying. So that's that done. I'm gonna go see Kenneth. The last time I did this quest was so annoying because it just straight away I don't have to level up. Straight away it worked. So I said the last time it's annoying. It's annoying now. But yeah, it worked pretty normally. However, so I had Kenneth at this, but I didn't have to do anything. I just had to sit down at the grace where Gossip was stamping on the dead thingy's head. Unless you need to give something to Kenneth. It's the only thing I can think is that either I've missed a step or it's quite cool that this weapon does so much damage. Right, you.
I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart look.
So, True Lord. Godric. The other thing I'm thinking is that I have to do Selen's quest line, and I don't. And I had already had that done.
Now I can I?
He's very aggressive, Jesus. What if we walk in here and then back out and rest at the site of grace? Because Nefelilu is full out of places to go, things to do. He's still stamping on. Last time, maybe. Let's go to Noon. So yeah, Nefelilu's out of dialogue. Kenneth's out of dialogue. Okay, we probably need to go see Selen. Which, do you know what? I'm just going to finish off Seleuvis's quest to get the Magic Scorpion Charm, do Radahn. And then go from there. Can't think of where else you'd need Nefelilu. It's probably something like blaringly obvious, like I need to get to the mountaintop of the giants before it will reset, or something like simple like that. But at the moment, I can't think of it. So I'm thinking if I can get Celibus's quest done, and then once his quest is done, we'll be able to finish Yura's quest in a minute. I think that was one of the first things I did. It's his quest line. So he should be here. He's not on the map. We'll check. Eleanor Coldblade is pretty cool. So, if you do Yura's quest line, there is a way to get the Nagakiva and the Eleanor Coldblade without doing the quest line, and it's essentially just as soon as you see Yura, you can kill him straight away. And then Eleanor will invade you once you get to the mountaintops of the giants. I believe once you defeat the Elden Lord at the moment, as it is, and take the Roll Medallion, you can basically get invaded by Eleanor. But if you don't do Yura's questline, which gives you the Naga Keeper anyway, that's a good way to do it if you want the Naga Keeper early on. But like, for instance, if it's not at the point of Yura's quest now, okay, so it is. He's the sacred tier anyway, so he's here dying basically because he's been invaded by Eleonora. Then she'll invade. But if you don't have this here and you haven't got a certain distance, you'll get invaded by a random blood man.
But I've learned, I've sliced. Please, do not stain the immaculacy of your sword.
That's how you get the Naga Keeper, by doing his quest. Don't need that now, to be fair. That was fairly easy. Hi, Lena. What's up? I'm doing well, thank you. Yourself? So what we're doing now is we're giving the Amber shard to Celuvius. Celuvius, it's one of the two. And then once we've done that, I'm hoping that drops questline how it should be.
Begging for another. Does it mean? Well, the blessed goodness gracious, the way to think this was once a demigod's very thing. My, oh my.
So he gets happy about you giving him the shard. Then he forgets.
Oh, yes, I should give you your... Please, it's all yours.
And that's how you get the magic scorpion charm.
The scheme.
So from now, you don't have to do anything with Celibus, and you're pretty much sound. You don't have to upset Rani, as it is. Come on, let's see. So he's stamping on the head. He's still stamping, yeah. We're just going to go do Radahn Festival. Basically, if you got to this point through going to do the Selen questline, Selen basically tells you about the stars and how. I'll tell you what, we can go and start that basically. But Selen tells you about the stars and how they are held back by Radahn. And that killing him would, help the stars. We'll go get that dialogue now. It's probably better to go from here. And then she will see the sorcery that you picked up from Azure, which is Azure's Comet, and she'll start her questline with that. You essentially then go into Thanks for the kind words, Lena. Appreciate that. I'm not really doing this for like followers and viewers. I'm kind of just doing it casually, just to test out the PlayStation 5's streaming system and then Twitch's video saving system, and then getting it uploaded onto YouTube without actually having to do anything too strenuous. So yeah, so she tells you to go to that like hidden cave, basically, where Lusat is. I say is, he's dead. I'm not doing very well here. Oh, I probably can just out muscle him. Maybe not. Well, I thought I could out muscle him. It was a close call. Shouldn't have been. So yeah, Lusat will then give you the Stars of Rain. We'll bring that back to Selen.
Tarnished, are we? I am Selen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here? A yen. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurtured. One must choose one. I was exiled as a reviled. Do you still wish to learn? Very well, but I refuse to coddle. Anticipate grievance? Well. Celibus is not a name I ever... But fine. The stars alter the fate of the Karian royal family. And the fate of your mistress, Rani. But long ago, General Radahn challenged the swirling constellations, and in a crushing victory arrested their cycles. Now he is the force that repulses the stars. If General Radahn were to die, and so too would...
Yeah, so you do her questline and put her glintstone or primal glintstone into Selubus's puppet. She's not actually here right now. She's technically in another ruins in South Limgrave. But as soon as you interact with her properly, she disappears from here. So I think it is her as such.
What's this source? Master Azure was a stern judge. You make us both. We can speak more later. If you recall, I was exiled. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Karian royal family can rot for all I care. I want glintstone sorceries that open our minds, and no matter what we give in return. My apprentice. I presume teacher and student are not bound, but hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the Perhaps this is a Splendid. This pleases me. You must have a fabulous teacher.
So essentially, yeah, she got kicked out of. I think it's Ray Lucario, isn't it? For basically being too investigative about the sorceries and trying to learn spells that are forbidden as such. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Lena. I don't really need any stream stuff as such. I just, I don't think it's something that I really need for my stream, but I appreciate you offering.
I need your help, my apprentice. Master Lusat is another founding glintstone source, and like Master Azure, my apprentice, can you with this glintstone key? I need him to restore the primeval. He's nigh a child of the stars. After a place called Selly. Thinking about it, it wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose.
Cool. And that's Selen done. Can't be bothered with Kenneth right now. So yeah, she's in these tombs. But basically Lusa is here somewhere. This is Celia. What we could do is go to that cave now that we're essentially over level for it. I do need to rest before I do that. So yes, her quest is quite complex. You can choose to be on her side or betray her, basically, and it's all to do with Jeridan or Jeridan. I can't remember his name specifically, but he is the guy that leads the Radahn festival. So he's like quite good friends with General Radahn, and they essentially have an agreement that he will go out to one last, like, heroic battle, which is why the Radahn festival is a thing. It's because he wants like a warrior's death, which I think is quite cool. Stuck to his word. Stone sword key there. This is where you also get the twin blade. So one of the sort of like little husks down here, there is the twin blade. You can quit out here so that the rats don't harm you. Replenish my flasks. Yeah, so if you quit out of the game there, the flasks don't harm you. Also, if you open that chest and roll, or spam roll, you don't get caught in the sort of flare, or you can like jump backwards. The chest just shuts after it, and you can just open it again as such, so it won't like bug anything out. Celia Crystal Tunnel. Now I've messed that up so badly. These things are the absolute worst. Okay, so that's them dealt with. Now there is some good smithing stones in this cave. Kind of wanted to riposte there, but didn't get it. And then if you want to do so, you can. I don't know what that is up there. I can't remember. I think it's a rune art, but right now it's not on the agenda of things I really care about. This guy's quite annoying. There's me thinking that I was further enough away that he wouldn't get me there, but it seems I missed. There is a spell up here, I believe. The reason I'm doing this is just that at some point, oh, for God's sake, at some point I'm going to have to come through here. I believe this is where you get the Somber Smithing Stone bell bearing. If you want that item, this is another way to do it. That Pest Thread spells is absolutely insane if you use it against like big enemies like the Elden Beast and like Fortisax and Acidisax and stuff. So I don't know why it is so good against bigger enemies, but I think it's got multiple hitboxes. I mean, they've got multiple hitboxes and the spell travels. So I think I remember I did a playthrough with a sort of like a Faith sort of dex build, and yeah, the main thing I did on that playthrough was towards the end use that spell. As you can see, it is an absolute pain with these guys to firstly dodge them, and then secondly deal with their passwords. That makes it a lot easier. The hyper armor you get from Line Score is quite incredible. I don't think there's anything up here. No. That's just a weird altar that they're praying at, which I don't understand, but I guess sometimes you're not meant to understand these things, you're meant to just appreciate the game and the art. Now, is this a fallen beast jaw? I think it is. And okay, I need 20k to level up, so I'm not too bothered. I believe this is, yeah, it's a fallen beast jaw. I hate these enemies. They are the worst thing for me. So I normally fight this guy when I'm like severely overleveled. A bit like now, to be fair. However, that doesn't stop me from getting my ass kicked by him. I don't know what it is with these guys. I cannot get past them. I think this is going to spawn us out straight away here, where we came in through the trapdoor. I think because, yeah, when I did my first playthrough, I was just exploring everything, but I got stuck in this cave, and I was trying to kill these like digger guys, and I just couldn't do it. My spells didn't do enough damage. They were killing me, and you kind of just like get to a point where you're like, how on earth do I get out of here? And I essentially just had to keep running until I was safe. I think now if I go through here, I won't get hit by pest threads. Take my physic. Where are my runes? Okay, they're back here. That's punishable. Jesus, I don't even know which way I'm meant to roll. Oh, I don't know how to get out of that. It's a skill issue. That as well. Okay. That was a good dodge. One more. Oh, we finally staggered him. Hopefully this does it. This is such a hard fight for me. I don't get it, because when he like charges, I can't get out of the way properly. 7, Smithing Zone 7. What do I need for this? Plus 30. That takes it to 18, 21. 15, so I need... Oh, I've got enough. I can upgrade this again. That's cool. So now that you've defeated him, you can... Oh, you can't teleport out. Oh, I'm wrong there. Normally see, that's the thing. I normally do come back to this this guy sort of late in the game. Where I've already found the grace, and I don't need to worry about. That was probably the one guy I didn't want to run into. And I don't know why I've gone down here. But we are down here, so here we go. That guy can do one. I don't like him either. I don't know what I've got in my wondrous physic, but it is not wondrous. We are just trying to get away. There's probably some smithing stones that I've missed. Minute. But I don't really need them as such. I think this build is quite crazy for the level I am and what I'm doing. I don't know how I'm going to defeat Radahn. I think that's going to be a massive issue for me. He's a boss that I tend to tackle with like Scarlet Rot normally. And then if I don't have Scarlet Rot, I'm normally a caster. If it's a dex weapon, it tends to be quite easy to just cause bleed. So normally with a dex build, you've probably got the Rot Breath incantation, and he's really, really, really weak to Rot. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue. However, we'll try our best. We could use him, the Rotten Stray. That's actually a spirit summon that, if you get early on in the game, is really good against Margit and Godric. Because they're both weak to Rotten Poison, I think it is. However, when you encounter Stormveil, there's no real easy way for you to get Rot to attack them with, unless you come to Caelid, basically, because everything Rot kind of comes from Caelid and surrounding areas. So the dragon incantation that causes Rot is from the sort of dragon altar thing in Caelid, and the Rot strays in Caelid, and then there's a couple of Rot weapons here. I know that there is one in the Lake of Rot, or just after the Lake of Rot, as you can imagine it would be. However, that's essentially, I think, higher level than Caelid. Just going to grab this Staff of Loss before I do anything else, because it's pretty cool stuff. If you should want to do that build. How am I going to get this? So I need a bow. I can't use the horn bow because the deck's in. I can't use this bow because the deck's. The pulley bow, it's fine. And it's got mighty shot. Oh, we're good. Yeah, it makes me heavy. Cool. So where do I normally go from here? So the next best one to light up is this one. I still can't get over how cool this gear is. With the feathers coming out of the helmet. That guy's going to be an issue. I think this is a rune arc. Oh no, it's a stone sword kit, it's even better. Although they are, as I've been saying, 10 a penny, they are absolutely all over the map, and you shouldn't worry about using them. I think my first playthrough I had like 19 or something. I had a ridiculous amount. I didn't want to use them because I didn't know what I would need or wouldn't need, essentially. Then there is a painting, I think here. That painting unlocks, I think it unlocks the Radahn's arrows or arrow barrage that come from the sky. If you've got Radahn's great bow, which I think we'll get, I've actually decided that I probably should use a bow.
I am Gary, a great sage.
I'd hoped to ask a favor when one a strapping. Don't fret. Should you I will teach. I need her name resting at the rotting. When the herb administer for this, seek the needle. First, it's hidden, then I'm the secret.
Okay, so I've done it backwards. You need to get the needle first. What I'm gonna do is go this way because I believe there is an invasion from Millicent. That if you do it before you do Gary's quest, you can still do the invasion, and you get like quite a hefty amount of runes, I think. I think she gives you a rune like 7 and a rune 10 and something else, and it's just worth doing. Like, it's one of those things that before you bloody mushroom warriors, before you kill Niall, is it Commander Neil or Commander Niall? Before you kill him, you might as well just get the extra runes. I always remember it because the guy sat down there, a little ghost, and then if you run here, yeah, you don't get hit by the rock. There is a clean rock knight. There we go. That's what we needed. She does the waterfall dance, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm facing 2 queens. Yeah, so rune 10 and something else. You shouldn't roll in Scarlet Rot or Poison or Lava, but I've done it anyway. I think when you roll in it, the damage is longer, but less of it. Okay, that's not what I want yet. Yeah, there's a Grace here. So there's Grace just to the left, if you're ever on the Scarlet Rock. If you want to find Niall without having to run back and get hit by all the Clean Rock Knights. There is a way to cheese Niall. I believe you just take him here to these things. If he... yeah, if he goes in there, he dies. Jesus, I'm about to die here. Yeah, I couldn't get away. The most frustrating thing about this fight is these guys that he summons and buffs. For the life of me, they are just very, very hard to kill. While he's chasing you around the map, and there's so many of them. So you almost want to like keep an eye on Niall, but also at the same time kill these guys. Yeah. That's at 3 out. There's only 5 in total, to be fair. Let's see if we can do that a bit more smoother than what we've just done. I think we're halfway through like 4 quests now in total, so we're like doing Salubus' quest. Right, do that like that, do that guy next, then See, Niall's attacking us, which is what we don't. What we want to be able to do is hit this guy, dodge Niall. This, I think that move you just kind of have to run away from. Otherwise he rots you. And you don't want Scarlet Rot in this fight. Yeah, that's like a pretty dumb version of his move. So is that. I'm hoping to get a stag on him soon. I can't. I might cheese him. I might bring him to the geysers rather than suffer this horrible fate. I think to most people, you probably think this guy's like an easy fight, but for me, I'm not used to fighting as a sort of strength build warrior. So it's quite the opposite of easy. It's basically when I first did this fight, I was a sorcerer build. And it was very easy to just stay on horseback and cast spells at him. I wonder if they've patched it. Can I stick a bow on? Tell you what I can do. Throw rocks at him. Missed. Missed again. Well, I thought I could throw rocks at him. Why did he keep missing? Oh, there you go. Very good damage. We need your heal, O'Neill. My guy, O'Neill. Get to the geyser. He's not getting afflicted by Scarlet Rot at all, to be fair. How do I keep him in the geyser? This might be the worst way to kill him. And I apologise for the absolute cheese, but I just kind of want to get him done with. What does he summon at this point? I don't have any rocks left. So I need him to get to this guy, though. Time for it to go off. Okay, these are the guys in the sequence. I think he stood in the geyser. Come on now. O'Neill, sorry. Yeah, that's one. keep him in the right zone. There we go. He's nearly dead. Which is cool. That is probably the easiest way to kill now. O'Neill. I keep calling him now. I'm sorry. It's O'Neill. But now we can rest at the grace. We get a bit of our health back from that. And then there is a scarab down here. If you're like a faith build with a spear or a pole, it's quite a cool one because it's the Sacred Ring of Light. So that's what the Cleanbot Knights pro you. It's quite cool. If you want to like, have a build around that. It's holy damage though, so it becomes pretty redundant halfway through the game.
As promised, go on. Now, well, the work of a can you give us well met? Can us well met?
So the easiest thing to do here is to quit out before you go see Millicent. The reason is quitting out basically means that you don't have to travel back to him to pick up the gold needle. So I always find this run to Gowrie to just be quite tedious. So I like to quit out now, speak to him.
I have awaited the needle. Will you give it? I will reward.
Cool.
Millicent.
Yeah, she's at the church. I know where she is. So the best thing to do is go to Celia again. Once you unlock all the doors to Celia, the grace becomes available. I just didn't pick it up when I was in here because I ran straight to Gowrie. Bit loot there. Poison grease, that could come in handy. I'm going to try and make it so that I use some greases in this playthrough because they're kind of items I never pick up. Like, I never use any pots or like branches or anything. I tend to just stick to what my character can do. But for instance, like the sleeping pots are very, very good. I need 5,000 basically. I think that rune that we got from Millicent is 5,000. Yeah, so the sleep pots are really good if you fight the Godskin duo. So you can put them both to sleep, attack one. Are we going to go health? Yeah, let's go health. I want to get that to 35, 40 first. My next 9 levels I think are going to be bigger. When I've got 40 vigor, 40 strength, I don't think I'm going to need any more mind. Just purely because Lion's Claw doesn't really use too much. And I'm sitting with 10 flasks on health at the moment, so if it's really that much of an issue, I can put it into a thingy, an FP flask. Mind flask. Don't know, it's not focus here. FP, I don't know what FP stands for. Maybe focus points. But yeah, so it's not an issue, not something I need to level up, but I think just being this much in combat, it's probably best to have the extra health points so that I don't get overwhelmed.
It matters. My flesh, it is a curse. You are to quell, but never mind. I would rather than simply. Would you mind?
So she has her arm cut off, and she is suffering from Scarlet Rot. I don't know the lore behind it. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if Gowrie tells us. Yeah, she's passed out, which is cool because we know these aren't bewitching branches, are they? That's sacramental beds.
My apologies. Everything, even the night. Not that I could. I'm with the needle, my destiny. It's all thank. My name is I'm with the needle, my destiny.
Cool, that's that side of that quest done. So, wait, is there any more dialogue here?
I'm considering leaving with the needle buried in my destiny.
Oh, basically, yeah. If you go into, come on. If you I'm not going to, but if you like rest at a grace or fast travel there, she goes away. Here's another Starlight Shard that I always grab for Seluvis's quest line, but I normally do this depending on if it's like a dex build or a build that will use Magic Scorpion. I make Seluvis's quest line like a priority. This guy's pretty tough. Not for a great sword though. So yeah, I normally make that a priority. Now, hidden is the cave. I don't know why there's so many hidden runes in Elden Ring, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, that Starlight Shard is one that I get when I'm doing a Gary and Seluvis's quests, like side by side. I find that they tend to go quite well together, those quests. So for instance, if you're using like a magic dex build and you want the Millicent's prosthesis, you need to do that before you can give her the prosthesis. And then if you're going to use the Magic Scorpion Charm, you might as well grab that Starlight Shard because you need it for Seluvis's questline. There is one in, I think there's one or two in Limgrave. I'm just not 100% sure on the location. And then I believe there's also one in the area of the lakes. Those spells are so delayed, it's so hard to dodge. So I'd rather just tank like half of it. I don't think this is the right way. I think I want to go here. Over here. Oh, God's sake. I think I'm stuck. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, so I think you come around here. Trying to remember this cave is like quite the task. All I know is not to get caught by that. I've still slightly got caught by it. Damn, my stamina just goes down so quickly. I think when I like thought about this build, yeah, this is what was confusing me. When I thought about this build, I thought a lot more about the initial stats to like do damage. Yeah, it's down there. Cool. Okay. The reason I was so like tepid about hitting the floor is because the absolute worst creature in this game, being the grafted scion, is under here on the floor level, and I just hate fighting those things. Probably could use some like holy grease or some like warming stones, but yeah, I'm stuck here as well until I get to the end. But I don't fancy fighting one of them right now, to be fair. Try healing and sword incantation. Yeah, so I think I have to fight it. Or do I? Because I think nope, there's some before if you should require one. Okay, so that's actually not as bad as I thought. There is probably 101 different things I'd rather do than fight that grafted sign. Genuinely, I just think that they are the worst enemies in the game. I can't get to grips with their moveset. Okay, there's the statue, which is fine, which means we shall respawn. There's a item up there, which I believe it is the crystal stuff. I'm not going to get it because, like other magic sort of weapons and talismans and sorceries and stuff, I don't need it. I know obviously I got the Sacred Scorpion Charm, not the Sacred one, the Magic Scorpion Charm. That's just pure because you get locked out of it if you don't get it. I'm hoping this staggers him. Okay, it does. Okay, so 2 hits and then we're staggered. The spear one is the one that I always take out first, and it's just purely because it is the worst one. It follows you around like the whole of the arena and just stabs you and rots you. The next one I think is the worst, is the spinny guy. What I'm going to try and do is get these two now to a position where they are both staggered. I don't think this matters anymore. Like, you know, if you do a heavy attack on it, I think it is just staggering them with a small attacks is all you need to do. Whew, I thought I would struggle a bit more in this fight than I have, but luckily we're doing okay. Okay, so stamina regen, and then cool, that is exactly what we wanted from that situation. Crystal Torrent is something I'm not going to use. We'll go back to the Church of the Plague now to see if she has moved on. Normally that fight is quite hard if you don't have the I guess the stuff that you need for it. So like the weapon that can break poise quite easily. I think the first time I did that fight, I think I had a sorcerer build with a samurai sword. I think I picked up the Moon Veil at this point, and I was just trying to like R1 the whole time. I don't know why I didn't use Transient Moonlight, but I just didn't. And it got to a point where I was trying to use magic as well, and I was basically just kiting around the whole place with that spear guy just stabbing me the whole time, giving me rot, and then yeah, essentially I would lose.
Oh, hello. Something up, so I decided to pay what I've only found. Perhaps. Well, I must focus. I must. Well, I must focus. I must.
Yeah, stay strong, bro. Right, we're gonna go True Gazing Hill. Grazing Hill, sorry. We're gonna go here, talk to her, because next is that castle with Clean Night Finley.
In truth, it's the Scarlet
I don't think it's
as
Finley.
such. Though rather than realize I could have.
Yeah, I don't think I need to talk to her there. What we're actually going to do, which is probably what I should have said, is we're going to go back to Salem. So we've got a few things that we need to tick off at the moment. So we've got the Loretta quest line going on, which is very far out. We've got the Nephililu quest line that I can't figure out how to get to the end of at the moment, just purely because I normally do this when all the other quests are done. So we'll see. Technically, I shouldn't be in any rush to get that quest done because I don't need the ancient Somber Dragons, ancient Dragonsmith and Stone. We've got Saluvis's quest that we put on hold at the moment, and we've also got Selen's quest, as well as Millicent's.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson? Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lusat. You have my gratitude. This is all your work. I am truly pleased to have you as an apprentice. And a kindred spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please, take it. This brings us a full step closer. The bodies of Masters, Azure and Lusat can be admitted to the Academy. could undo these wretched shackles.
I had no idea. She gives you a Starlight Scroll.
You wish to resume? Indeed. That.
I think now is the time to do the Radahn Festival. So we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna do the Radahn Festival in the next one.